Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ethan Mitchell and today we're going to do a zoom comparison between the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro. Hey guys, welcome back. So the Mavic 2 Zoom has a built-in zoom feature where the Mavic 2 Pro has a crop when using HQ mode, but how well do these features do when stacked up against each other? So let's do a quick run through of the zoom features. The Mavic 2 Zoom has 2x optical zoom and an additional 2x digital zoom when using 1080p, but for our test we're going to stay in 4K. The zoom has a field of view of 83 degrees when at 24 millimeters. When zoomed into 48 millimeters, the field of view reduces to 48 degrees. Now the f-stop also changes when zoomed in. At 24 millimeters, we have f2.8, but when zoomed in, it goes to 3.8, which is going to affect your exposure. Now, because the fields of view are different between the two drones, we will have to do some conversions in post to get the equivalent results on the Mavic 2 Pro. At full field of view, the Mavic 2 Pro has a field of view of 77 degrees, which is approximately 28 millimeters on the zoom. When we switch to HQ mode, we get a 1.4 times crop with a field of view of 55 degrees, which comes to about 39-ish millimeters on the zoom. Now, focal length and field of view do not scale linearly, so these are all approximations, but are close enough for our needs. So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to do a quick test showing image quality at the different zoom ranges. Both drones will be the same distance away from the barn and at the same height. We will also use digital zoom in post on the Mavic 2 Pro to get an equivalent focal length. On the Zoom, we'll be filming in D-Cine-like, and on the Pro, we'll be using D-Log, which is 10-bit. Both will be using the H.265 codec, and both will have sharpness and contrast set to 0. Okay, first up is the Zoom. The Mavic 2 Zoom definitely has a huge advantage by being able to shoot in 4K with a 2x optical zoom. Okay, now let's zoom in and take a look. Take note of the shadows and highlights when zoomed in. Also take note of the exposure. The image dims slightly due to the higher f-stop. Now let's zoom in and take a look at 24 millimeters and 48 millimeters side by side. Okay, now let's take a look at the Mavic 2 Pro. Now the Pro and the Zoom are pretty close in field of view when zoomed out and using full field of view. When using the HQ mode, it has a 1.4 times crop that is approximately a 39mm equivalent on the Zoom. The main difference between full field of view and HQ mode is in the details. You can see the straight lines have finer detail in HQ mode. An advantage I see on the Pro is that it has a larger sensor and does not lose any stops of light when cropped in, and it also has more dynamic range. So how does this translate to image quality? The Zoom has a lens that optically magnifies the image, which is almost always better than a crop or digital zoom, but the Pro has a larger sensor and can record in 10-bit. So which one is better? Let's take a look at these side by side. On the left is the Zoom, and on the right is the Pro, both at max field of view. Now let's zoom in 2 times. The Mavic 2 Zoom is at 48 millimeters, while the Pro is in HQ mode and is scaled up to 135% to match. So which one do you think is better? They are very close, but if you zoom in further, you can see noise in the footage on the Pro. This is to be expected as optical zoom is always going to be better, but I was really shocked how well the Pro was able to compete in a zoom test. The noise is very minimal, and this could also be due to processing differences between D-Cine-like and D-Log. Okay, now let's put these drones in a real-world test to see how they do. So let's fly out to this flock of geese and see what we get. Now the zoom on these cameras is really good, so don't be alarmed at how close it looks. We are a safe distance away. Okay, first up is the Mavic 2 Zoom. And now let's take a look at the Mavic 2 Pro. Both the Mavic 2 Zoom and Pro did excellent. Between the two Mavics, I felt it was a toss-up. The Zoom was able to zoom in and out very easily, but the HQ mode on the Pro allows you to really punch in and post and retain a lot of the detail. So either of these two drones would be a great choice if you need to zoom into a subject. If you want to zoom in and out very quickly and have less work to do in post, go with the Mavic 2 Zoom. If you want more flexibility in post and have the highest color information, go with the Mavic 2 Pro. One thing I would like to see is DJI add D-Cine-like to the Pro or D-Log to the Zoom. If you're using both the Zoom and Pro together, it really is challenging to match the footage because the picture profiles are so different. So there it is, guys, the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro in a Zoom test. As always, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or anything you'd like to add, please comment below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.